DecisionInsight's StudentView system brings together geographic data and enrollment analytics, making it quick and easy to analyze potential boundary changes. Today I'm going to show you a quick example of how this is done. For this example, we're going to look at some elementary schools, and we're going to analyze a potential scenario of incorporating one current elementary attendance area in with the other. So on our map, you see that we have the elementary schools displayed, as well as their current attendance areas. These areas in red are actually residential developments, and if we're going to make a boundary change, we want to be aware of the residential developments that are in our area, just so we can factor those in. So now that we're looking at our elementary attendance areas, we're going to want to bring some students in and display them on the map. For this example, I'm going to display students that attend the elementary schools that are displayed in our view here, and because they're elementary, I'm just going to display grades K through 5. You can see now I have a view of where my students are, and I have a legend here where the students are color-coded so I know which students are attending which schools. For this particular example, we're going to look at Victoria Elementary School and Pomona Elementary School. First thing I might want to do is I'll just click into the Pomona Elementary School boundary, and you can see that we have 373 students that are contained within that boundary now. And if I click over to Victoria Elementary School, we can see that there is 275 students that live within this area. So our what if scenario today is, well, what if Victoria's elementary school boundary incorporated Pomona's elementary boundary? Let's just see what might happen and what that might look like if we did that. To do that, I'm just going to go and click edit this shape, and you can see now that these round anchor points appear. And then it's just a matter of selecting those and just pulling them right over to our other boundary, and we just continue to do this until we look good here. I don't want to miss that one, and let's just say that looks good for now. I click back in and my count is updated, and my blue line is now showing that Victoria's elementary school boundary is going all the way to where Pomona's boundary is currently. If my shape looks good for now, I can do a couple of things. First, I can go here and actually make a list. If I wanted to pull out a list of students that might be affected by any potential boundary change, or look at the data at the student level, I can pull that right out to an Excel spreadsheet by clicking that button. The other thing that is very useful in the DI system is I have the ability to go ahead and make this into a PowerPoint slide. And by doing that, I just select Export to PowerPoint, and I place my square over the area that I'd like to share. And what I have now is a formatted PowerPoint slide. And you can see that it brings in my legend as well as my counts. And I can go ahead and save that to my desktop, or I can even copy and paste that right into PowerPoint if I wanted to share this with other folks, stakeholders, or members of my district team. I can also save this. If I click Save this shape, it'll save it over here, and I can come back to it later. That's not going to affect the current boundaries, and it's not going to affect anyone else using the DI system. The one last bit of analysis that I may want to do is to run a unique projection for my new area. This is where the enrollment analytics component of the DI system comes into play. What I have now in my current student count is a picture of what is as of today. But if I'm going to go ahead and do a boundary change, I want to make sure that this boundary is going to be appropriate for the long term. So I could do this right now. I just go into Build Report, and I select Geographic Area Projection. And again, what this is going to do is it's going to do a unique projection for me just based on this area here that I've now created. It's not going to give me a projection for anything else outside of that. And what I'm looking for here is to get a sense as to whether or not this area may continue to grow in enrollment or decline. This particular area, you can see that over time, that area is going to lose approximately 60 students over the 5-year period. So knowing that, I may want to make my boundary a little bit bigger. If I wanted to share this information as well, I can pull this right out to Excel and put that in my report. So as you can see, in just a few minutes here, I've looked at a potential boundary change and I've done an analysis. I don't have to start with a current boundary. I can always go ahead and create new boundaries just by drawing them if I wanted. And you could do the same process of exporting that and saving the data and running a unique projection. So this is just hopefully a little bit of a sense of what the DI system can do if your district is looking at maybe modifying some boundaries. If you'd like to learn more about DecisionInsite, you can visit us at DecisionInsite.com, our name there, and .com, or call us at 877-204-1392.